My name is Troy Lewis, aka Poet the Next Revolution, and you're watching True Poetics. My name is Troy Lewis. I'm from Durham, North Carolina, which I reside in right now. I'm originally from Newark, New Jersey. Been living in Jersey mostly all my life. Newark is kind of rough. It's a beautiful town. It's just that some of the things that we have going on with the murders, drug dealers, gangbangers, crooked politicians. It's busy, it's a way of life out there. It's real different from any other city that I ever lived in. Family life was beautiful. I lived with my sisters and my grandmother and my aunt. I had my family around, going to school with my nephew and everything. Everything was pretty cool. We had family gatherings a lot, so it pretty much kept me out of the streets, but at the same time I kind of fell into the streets. Well, actually, spoken word came from high school. It was kind of undercover because at the same time I was gangbanging, so I didn't want the homies or my friends to know about me doing poetry. So around 18, 19, when I got out of high school, I kind of went a little bit further with it, because I was an artist, so I always used to put poetry into my art as I was drawing. So when I got 18, 19, I did my first open mic, which is called Silent Minds. And from there, I moved down here to North Carolina, and ever since I've been doing it.
They assume that we are animals, like we are untamed beasts that walk the jungles, like we live in the ghettos. Unchained masters walk the earth, slaving the world in the shape and ripping the tongues I was swore to never tell. Now they're bleeding from their soul because their hearts are enlightened to see the dark for eternal rest, and they rape mischapters of holy scriptures, hiding behind the Old Testament, running from the New, because they're in search of breathless creatures that roam in pinstripe tailbacks, smothering the witness that assumes that nature only calls for individual habitats. Genocide, suicide enables the bitten flesh on flamboyant prophecies, sacrificing the bread in the mind of consciousness, allowing knowledge to be sacrificial to fortify life. Sublime messages of words being spoken falsely to justify third world trivias. Now battles lies with years to come to separate the personal inside of intellectual poverty.
Silent Minds for me, it's a way of life. I started it when about 2001, when I first did my open mic back in Newark, New Jersey. Silent Minds for me, it was more of putting poets together and sharing our talents, but I just took it a little bit further. I needed to do something more for the community, so what I did, I put together a collaboration of poets which traveled up and down the East Coast. Right now we have poets in New York, Texas, Seattle, Washington, Wilmington, Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, right here in Durham, North Carolina, and I mean we're expanding this as well. And I took Silent Minds, just made it into an event promoting and booking company, so that way we can share talents for the underground artists anywhere across the United States. I came up with the concept of the National Poetry Awards back in November 2009. We did open mics and slams, and there's youth slams and Brave New Voices. I think that there needs something to be more collaborated in the poetry world, which brings poets, spoken word artists, visionaries. We need to bring them all together. Some of the categories are, Poet of the Year, Inspirational Poet of the Year. Those are just to name a few. We also have Book Author of the Year, CD Poet of the Year, Poet CD Track of the Year, Slam Team of the Year, Slam Coach of the Year. There's really no criteria, but if you feel as though that you need to be in one of those categories, have people vote for you. You can vote for yourself. This is a popular demand vote. We count votes as they come in every day. We already have over 3,000 votes in each category. So I think that everybody needs to go on the website and vote. So here we are now, 2010, and we're getting ready to go. August 20th, 21st, 2010, Raleigh, North Carolina. Progress Energy Performing Arts Center. If you want to find out more about the National Poetry Awards, you can go to nationalpoetryawards.org. Once again, nationalpoetryawards.org. If you need to send us an email, hit us on nationalpoetryawards@gmail.com, or you can hit us on Facebook, National Poetry Awards Group, or you can look me up, Troy Poet Lewis, Lewis, and you can ask as many questions as you want. All your questions will be answered.